This is the second installment of 2 live streams today. I've already done the introduction to the previous live stream, so if you want to catch up with me and see what it is that we have to cover today, you can just go back on the previous live stream, Facebook live stream, Twitch. Otherwise, just very briefly, I'm just keeping up to date with all the tasks that I need to accomplish, which is on the right hand side. That's what we covered in the previous live stream. We did a breakdown of the introduction, a new version of it, including analogies, domains, and subseries. And this particular subseries, again, what you see is what you get. Take a look at the title, take a look on the stream, take a look at the screenshots here. What we have in this second installment is really a logistical review. I'm going to run around, and this is all part of, by the way, the subseries Aggressive Revolution, which is really just a very aggressive revolution for me to go about and change the way I do things to focus on highly productive, just complete reductionist, focusing completely on doing things and getting things done because I have so much clutter in my life. So with that being said, in this live stream, we're going to go around and we have some things in the title from health, business, growth. That's the next live stream tomorrow. Sorry, I was just coming up with that. But long story short, it's going to be actually garbage and trash removal, a lot of snack foods, a lot of debt foods, a lot of packaging, food packaging accumulating for the past 3 months of hell. And again, this is going to roll into tomorrow morning for sure. There's no way. It's like a forecast, a weather forecast analogy. It's going to roll into tomorrow morning for sure. There's no way I can cover it enough. But once we do finish whatever we can cover today regarding groceries and food and waste and snack food items and all that decontamination, we're going to continue tomorrow morning with more, eatery. So Wendy's and stuff like that, some packaging here and there, and then we're going to move into more important things like a business product, also some health related items, some things for relationships. That's what's going to be tomorrow morning. So that's the setup. Okay, and of course, when this live stream is nearing an end, I'm going to deliver a take-home message, which is, as usual, a very important thing, so stay tuned for that. Why don't we get started? All right, so we're going to step up, we're going to start moving around. You see these two screenshots on the right-hand side here. They actually, of course, have been spoken about in the previous live stream. I'm going to get rid of them real quick after I speak a little bit. Again, you can see they're enumerated by the order at which I wrote them down from 0 to 80 so far in the past 100 hours or so. And then, of course, we have the domains of life, which are those coded enumerations: education, employment, volunteering, business, the first 4 letters before I mention the task and what it is that I need to get done. So I'm going to get rid of them right now because in this live stream, we don't really exactly need them. I'm going to put them aside. So what we have left, all right, is the room. This is a very physical stream. We're going to run around trying to get rid of as much stuff as we can that we have, sort of planned, at least for this stream. And so the first thing I have to mention, of course, is if you take a look down here, it does say trash removal and disposable. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of food items here. This has been here for almost 3-4 weeks, I'm pretty sure. I think it's 3 weeks here. So we have some trash here. This is something that I ate on, binging on. For maybe about 3 weeks ago. It's all from Walmart. It's just chocolate. You have these Reese's chocolate and stuff like that. We have some fudge cookies and marshmallows, chips, jalapeno chips. Nothing here is healthy at all. It's all absolute garbage. And I was having this stress binge eating sort of behavior, this horrible habit that was nearly turning into something almost much of an addiction because I was throwing up food, vomiting, nausea, and constipation for almost, it was constantly recurring over the course of the past 3 months, and that was horrible. I'm glad that I'm sort of slightly out of that rut. You take a look up here, and that's actually a first purchase, largely of items from Walmart. But then down here, we also have a second purchase, again over the weekend. In fact, it's good that I've been so busy because thanks to the schedule that I'm running so far between a full-time job and obviously this business project, as well as another health-related molecular research business. Of course, all these things together mean that I haven't actually been able to go to the groceries as often as I would like, which also cuts down on my waste. It was actually supposed to be much worse than this. So you take a look down here, we also have more shit that I'm supposed to throw away. You can see in the title does say soap. There's a lot of items here actually, by the way, which are not even mine. So class 1 items, I classify class 1 items as my own purchases with my own hard-earned money, whether through business commissions or from a full-time employment income or so on and so forth, some sort of other income. But Class 2 items come from my caregivers, a very damaged family relationship, if you can call it a family at that, or like a couple strangers living under the same household. I mentioned that in previous live stream before, it doesn't really matter. The point is that those are class 2 items, I'm not supposed to use it. And you can see, actually, I should point down here that there are some class 2 items. That's why I said that. So this thing here, this cookie from this cookie box of traditional Chinese cookies really belongs to them, and I binge ate on that. This soap here that I've been using I've used at least 2 or 3 bottles of these over the past 2-3 years. They mentioned Opal brand, again soap. I kept it in here. I feel responsibility for for using stuff that I really committed myself to not using, but I used it anyways, and so I'm gonna have to throw this away. I took it in as my own waste, even though it's their item. I'm gonna throw it away for them. Same with the cookies here. We have a lot of stuff here mostly, however, that is actually my own purchase. Like I said, all these chips, all these cookies. I'm going to break them down and I have to throw them away. And of course, we have some stuff here, more chips. Now the packaging, of course, I've been trying to reuse some of these things. The packaging for these chips here, as well as this oatmeal, I have actually used as a way to make my sandwiches for work. Toss together some, I don't know, some bread, some flax seeds, some chia seeds, add some ginger powder. I know it's kind of weird mix, and then some bologna and a little bit of that kind of a little bit of spice and stuff like that. And that's pretty much how I sort of makeshift made some really small kind of insufficient lunch that I would bring for me, or really dinner I'd bring for me to work. I'd say eat dinner at work, and then of course I would have to supplement it with the health related products, the molecular research, cellular nutritional products, in order to actually get the nutrition that I need. And it's been really hectic, and that's the way I've been doing it. Again, even the packaging, I didn't use my own boxes of packaging. I just used Quaker oatmeal and kettle cooked chips packaging from Great Value brand, put my sandwiches in there and tossed it to work, and look like a fucking hobo. But that's basically how most of my life has been anyways, so it's no shame in that. Aside from that, we also have some new things here. I did mention, of course, 2 days ago, the tenant has left yesterday, a very good friend. She's a I'm just going to abbreviate her name by, like, say, AC. So AC is fantastic individual coming back from off-seas, and she has to go back. I'm not going to say exactly where. Long story short, she's been a fantastic person. We're all Cantonese speaking, so Guangdonghua. And long story short, she's got to go back to see her family, and I hope for her all the best. Unfortunately, I was not able to give her a farewell because I'm just so caught up and busy and wound up. Yesterday, I was trying to do, again, that research for the laptop here, and also, doing some paperwork, trying to scan this and that. I hadn't found the chance to just properly say goodbye to her, and even if I did, it'd be pointless because I knew that I was in a terrible mood yesterday, a terrible attitude, given that I just actually was so late for all of my scheduled things that if I tried to even see her, I just couldn't be honestly kind and genuine in my goodbyes and my farewells. I hope that she plans on coming back maybe a couple months down the road, but we don't know what's going to happen, right? So with that being said, that's also something that happened, and she gave me gifts, right? So I feel awful about this, although I did help her move some stuff downstairs. That was just out of my kindness, and then out of her kindness, she gave me these treats here, Lindt chocolates. Again, just showing and expressing my gratitude for someone who really I consider to have been a really phenomenal person. Also, she's been having conversations with my guardians, who, again, I have not been able to get in touch with, not just because of the very broken family dynamic, if you can call a family at that, but long story short, also because I'm just so busy. Again, I'm trying to take care of them, and now I've gotten them back on their feet. They're sort of independent once my maternal guardian, or in other words, my mother, is now sort of independent and capable of taking care of herself, by the way. You can ignore that piece of shit down there, Soul Calibur. You get the hell out of here. I like Soul Calibur, but I don't like bots. So, right, anyways, back on track. Stay focused. Long story short, she's independent again. And I just can say for a fact that it's in part due to the fantastic tenant living in the other room, and I'm very sad to see her go. But she was very helpful for my caregivers, because when I was not there to strike a conversation, since I can't even, anyways, we're not on good terms necessarily, but she definitely was able to, and I'm very glad that she was able to be a good friend and able to, I guess, almost like a sister, speak on happy things, on not so positive things about life, sharing personal life experiences that they've had together, and that really uplifted the spirits and brought my mother, long story short, out of what was nearly suicidal depression. And because she lost her job, in addition to the fact that for over 30 years her body has been deteriorating from the extensive labor that she has to do. And there's a lot more stuff to that, obviously, with COVID-19. But sorry, something just happened there. I'm not sure what happened, but it seems like the stream minimized for me on my end. I have to, of course, take all this stuff here and separate them into disposables and so on and so forth. But I won't be able to do it on stream necessarily like this. And so most likely I'm going to do that off stream, and probably not tomorrow morning. I have to get rid of it today, I feel. There's just so much garbage here. It's nonsensical. Now, the main reason why I wasn't able to do this was because yesterday I neglected to remind myself that on stream I have to say this goes in actually the fridge, because there's still some of this chocolate left. It's actually not something I should be throwing away. That's the first thing. So that's some logistical work. And then I have to move these poles from my work that I took, these cardboard kind of rolls, just stack them together in a nice way so they're out the way. That way I can get to this. So I didn't neglect to finish up on those two things, but most importantly, this bag here is really what's holding me back. And you see again the biscotti from the tenant who's gone away, and then all the few Lindor chocolates that I've eaten already. But the main thing, the real highlight is sorry, what's going on? The real highlight is really down here though, and I would say that it's basically this bag, and it's quite ridiculous, okay? But this bag here is my workplace bag, and I have some materials inside. There's some technical difficulties right now that I'm doing while I'm doing the live stream, unfortunately, and I don't know what it is, but yeah, it seems to be there's some technical issues. Long story short, in here, staying focused, don't get disrupted. We have this bag from the workplace. You see I had to tie all together. There's so many holes. Long story short, inside there's some disposable spoons and forks and stuff like that. I can't even tear it open because I tied it up really nice. But the reason why I had to do that is because I put this minimalist mindset that basically said that I cannot use any more plastic garbage bags. And I had to, of course, also at the same time, could not throw away any waste until I finished with my live streams of that particular object. So those are the constraints that I set for myself while doing the Ahn Rho Project. I can't dispose of anything that I don't consider, that I don't take a look, that I don't cover on stream, and I can't make new purchases of new plastic bags or things that are really just useless or wasteful. And so with that being said, this bag has been here because I haven't covered it on stream. This is going to the fucking garbage. I'm going to take all this nasty shit in here, all this trash, all this grocery, all these snack food packaging items, all these tissue paper towels, a lot of this DEP, it says in the title DEP, you see all that? All these paper towels are things, some of them are mine that I purchased on behalf of my caregivers, my guardians, but at the same time, a lot of this is stuff that I purchased myself. I mean, that they purchased, and I'm not supposed to use that shit. We have some plastic bags here. Again, more plastic bags, gift items from really my colleagues and co-workers and so on and so forth. Again, just gonna really do my due diligence and get rid of all this trash. Now, okay, so that being said, this is pretty much going to be the end of the live stream. I'm gonna take all this stuff, put it inside this disgusting bag right here, just for example, like this. All this stuff as well, all the food packaging shit. And then I'm going to say the take-home message really quickly is basically take care of yourself, take care of your health, take care of your finances. It's been a really messy stream because I'm moving all around. This is a kind of a very, there's so much movement and so much shaky camera movement. But long story short, you can just consider at least half of this garbage here from DEP materials, soap items, that recyclables will go in there and it's gone. So take care of yourself, take care of your health, take care of your finances. The take-home message is really short, unfortunately, today, but become a strong, responsible individual so that you actually have something value to contribute to yourself and society around you. Hope to see a better version of all you as well as a better version of myself tomorrow morning when I continue with the Ahn Rho Project. Take care. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Ciao.